YouTube? How's it going? Monkey back in the house again. We're on some Warhammer Chaosbane. Okay, so for those of you who know, I do play Diablo. This is a very similar game. Alright, we're gonna kind of get into it real quick. Alright, so so I deleted my save file because I only had like level 3 characters. We have 6 playable characters. One of them is locked behind a DLC that I do not have right now. Give me just a second though. I'm gonna try to get a message out to somebody real fast. Alright. Volume is kind of loud. Give me just a moment. Okay, so we have Conrad, which is the Empire soldier. He sword and shield. We have a high mage. I don't remember his name. We've got the Slayer, which is Braggy. Okay, so the high mages is Elantir, something like that. Elisa is the Wood Elf Scout, kind of the ranger of the game, or demon hunter. Then you got the Dwarf Engineer. They're all really good. I'm gonna create one of each for this. It's just gonna be create, and then once you create, you're gonna get taken to the main menu. At least you should. Yeah, there you go. Alright, we're gonna press circle, and then we're gonna change hero, and we're going to create. We're gonna create one of each of the 5. Each one has unique abilities. I have already beat the game once with Bragi, so now we're gonna change. Okay, so we got the 2 there. We're gonna create the other 3 really fast. Bragi is the Slayer. He does a lot of damage. He is really fun to play with. Just gotta go through a little bit of a loading scene that's a whole lot faster. I'm sorry, a whole lot faster than fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Fuck. They need to fix that shit. Alright, so we're going to play, the first character we're going to play is the character that has no trophies revolved around it for the most part, other than completing story, basically. And that's going to be, I want to say that I want to play it, but I also want to get the trophies that I'm missing, because I've already beat it as Bragi once, where I got a corrupted fucking PS4, I lost everything. So we got the 5 characters that I can play. The only other one here, it's like I said, is locked behind a DLC, is the Witch Hunter here. So this one here, he looks pretty cool. He's, like I said, it's expansion required to play. I don't know why. I don't have the money to get the DLC right now, so we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna back out, change hero. So let's see here. Okay, we got Conrad. This is your sword and shield barbarian style character. You got your mage, which is Elantir, I think that's his name. Elantir? Elantir? I don't fucking know. Then you got Bragi. He's the Slayer. He runs around with dual axes and just chops everything down. He's really fun. Elisa, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. She's your hunter / demon hunter style. And then you got Keela, which is your little dwarven girl, machinist. I think that's what she's called, what her class is. So let me change some settings here really fast because my audio is really loud. We need to turn down the music a little bit. The UI volume, ambient effects, voice volume, we're going to leave that up. Sound effects should be fine. If anything, we'll turn the master volume down just a smidge. Alright, now I won't be bothered by the damn music. Okay. So, this bitch runs around with a hammer and a gun, and the gun does take place in her basic combo set, and we're going to play the tutorial with each of the characters so you can see their play style, you can see how the game kind of going to turn out to play, and then we're going to choose a character to play through the story with, right? Then we're going to choose a character to play through the story with, and we're going to knock one character out at a time and get them all to level 50. I think 50 is the max level, if I remember correctly. So, let's go ahead.
Not all dwarves are delvers in the earth or master smiths. A rare few become engineers, creating wondrous machines from steel, wood, and stone. You have wanted to be an engineer ever since you were a young dwarf, growing up in your father's workshop at Karazakarak. Your father, Gunnar Torkelson, was one of the greatest engineers of his generation, and being his only child, he taught you everything he knew. In time, you helped him design and build some of his greatest feats of engineering. But the life of an engineer was not without risk. Harnessing the power of fire and steam demanded precise craftsmanship and the finest materials. Any error, no matter how slight, could lead to disaster. There was no way to know for certain what had caused the explosion. It could have been any of 1,000 things, but you blamed yourself nonetheless. Though your father would recover, his days as an engineer were likely over. Tormented by shame, you left Karazakarak to seek your fortunes in the old world. It was well known that humans valued dwarf craftsmanship in all its forms, so you traveled to Nuln in hopes of offering your skills to the Empire's famous gunnery school. You arrived in Nuln to find the Imperial throne vacant and the Empire in tatters, following a succession of pretenders and centuries of civil war. The gunnery school was but a shadow of its former glory, but the remaining engineers gladly welcomed you into their ranks. Your work at the gunnery school had barely begun when news of the Chaos invasion reached the city. As Magnus of Nuln rallied the people to resist the invaders, you and your fellow engineers readied the Empire's ancient guns for war. At Kislev, the Empire's cannons proved decisive, driving back the Chaos Horde again and again until Magnus and his knights defeated Asavar Kul. You returned to Nuln a hero, lauded by the humans for your courage and skill. Later, when word of your exploits reached Magnus, you were surprised to receive an invitation to join his retinue.
Alright. So, through the tutorial, I'm going to kind of explain each, but before we get into the actual gameplay. Each character has their own backstory. I don't know if any of it changes any of the main story. Probably not. But I know the opening scene is different.
It was an age of lawlessness and despair. A time of dark magic, treachery, and war. It is a night made for witchery and evil deeds. And across the city, guardsmen clutch their weapons tightly and count the hours until the dawn. Sleep is hard to come by on a night such as this. The air is tense, and memories of the battle at Kislev leave you restless and on edge. Suddenly, a peal of thunder shatters the stillness, followed by a howling wind that shakes the tower to its foundations. Foul magic curdles the air, and screams echo in the courtyard outside. The tower is under attack.
Oh no. Alright, so...
What's all that noise? I best go have a look.
Alright, like I said, it's gonna give us a tutorial. Each character has the tutorial. I have no idea if a character's backstory changes any of the game at all. I do know that there are, I don't think I got access to them until later, maybe. There are different difficulties. Like I said, it is just like Diablo. Okay, we're going to be covering all this real quick, get all that out. Alright, that way I don't have to, you know, look at them here. Okay, so this is our ability tree. We're going to earn new skills, new skills as we level up. And as you level up, you can upgrade them. Now, you're going to see points available down here at the bottom, okay? Each skill costs a certain amount of points. You have to use what you can use in the ability points to inlay what you use. So every build varies. And of course, this is the armor tree. Now we're about to go ahead and get this tutorial over with and work on all the other characters as well.
Grungni's Ironbeard! We're under attack. They must be after Magnus. I need to get to the throne room.
Alright, now the one thing that I can guarantee, and it won't unlock until after you've beaten the game, beaten the story with each of the characters. Each of the characters have their own little thing. It's a little tree that you gotta go through, and I don't think, I'm not gonna be able to see it. It's where that little candle is, I believe. If it's not where the candle is, it's roughly somewhere, but it's essentially kind of like a way to unlock better gear and whatnot. There we go. Okay, we need to get this off the screen. So we need that off the screen. That helped. We'll talk to this guy right here.
Not if I've got anything to say about it. Where's Magnus?
Upstairs in the throne room. There's armor in a chest by the stairs. Take whatever you need, but hurry.
And then we're gonna come right here, grab that little chest. That's gonna give us a piece of armor. And yeah, it's a piece of armor and our first weapon. That's what that chest gives for each of the characters. Skill points once we level up. Alright, now here, we're about to learn about something here pretty,
I'm out to heal right now.
There it is. Alright. Each character's R ability, so each character's R ability is different. the character we're on right now, she has, she's a steam jacket, basically. So if she overheats, she's going to take a minute before she can start using abilities. If you use this, it's going to spray off all that heat at enemies.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magics. The Chaos Sorceress stands before
villain?
the throne, and Magnus, the savior of the Empire, is caught within her spell. There's only one thing to do. Calling upon the spirits of your ancestors, you raise your hammer and charge! By the time you regain your senses, the battle is over. The sorceress is gone, leaving you and Magnus for dead. The shouts of angry men fill the throne room, but these are not guardsmen. They are witch hunters, the Empire's feared inquisitors, led by none other than the infamous Heinrich Voss. You are under arrest for the murder of the Emperor Magnus, Voss declares. You try to tell him about the sorceress, but Voss refuses to listen. I see no sorceress here, he shouts. Only you and a room full of dead men. Confess your crimes, dwarf, Voss threatens. We will have the truth from you one way or another. After a week in the dungeons, you'll tell me everything I want to know. But before the witch hunter could make good on his threat, a commanding voice filled the room. Stop this madness at once! Teclis, lawmaster of the High Elves, regards Voss coldly. Kila Gunnarsdottir has told you the truth, he said. It is you who have refused to listen. Teclis examines Magnus in silence. He lives, thank the gods, the High Elf says at last. But he is in the grip of a powerful curse. It is only a matter of time before he succumbs. No one outside this room must know what happened here. If the people learn that Magnus has fallen, then everything he fought for will have been for nothing. The fate of the Empire lies in our hands. We must find this sorceress and end the curse before it's too late. If Magnus dies, the Empire dies with him.
Alright, as you might have just seen in the cutscene that they named off the character's name in there. So I do think that even if you choose to play one of the different characters and decide to skip the story, you might miss something important because each character's story seems to be different. Now, I don't know if... I'm pretty sure the main story itself is all the same, but the cutscenes and whatnot are going to be a little different because of character names.
There are dark and terrible forces at work in the city of Kila Gunnarsdottir. If we are to find the sorceress and defeat her, we must confront the dark cult that has taken root in Nuln and expose its secret master.
What must I do? Tell me. And by my ancestors, I'll see it done.
The attack on the tower came from the sewers that stretch beneath the city. So long as the enemy controls the tunnels surrounding the tower, our position here is vulnerable. Your first task is simple. Enter the tunnels and drive the cultists back from the tower. Kill everything in your path, but beware. There is no telling what foul things await you in the darkness.
Nothing that a couple knocks with a hammer won't fix, I reckon.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Just because one cutscene names off the character's name, all the cutscenes are going to be the same through the story, I think. So what we're going to do, like I said at the beginning of this stream, is we're going to watch the first opening cutscene because it's the character's backstory. Now we're going to be starting each of the first characters and get them through the tutorial, so that way we're not okay, now we have control of everything. We can actually change difficulty. There's several different difficulties here. Okay, we don't want all that extra. Alright. I don't know what difficult. Okay, normal. We get on normal. We get loot quality of plus 1,000. Extra gold of 20%. Extra fragments 20%, and experience bonus. We might have to play on hard mode. I don't know. It won't be for a while though. And there's a reason for that, because I know the struggle of this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go switch up the character real quick. I want to watch each of the characters' backstory. The rest of it's going to be the same. I can almost guarantee you that. This game is if I was you, I would get the DLCs, because one of the characters is locked behind the DLC, and I do think they have an Ultimate Edition. I think it's like a Ultimate Gold Edition or something like that. $60. I mean, if you don't care about the DLCs right away and you want to get into it, then yeah, start out with the base game and work your way into the DLCs. That's one way to do it. I mean, you might save some money in later time. Alright, so now we're going to do Elisa. We already did the machinist. As you can see, she smacks around with a hammer and a gun. Now we're going to do the archer.
The life of a wood elf is one of tireless service to the great forest of Athel-Loren, protecting it from those who would do it harm. Sometimes, however, it happens that a young Azrai is born with an urge to wander. An overpowering curiosity and a desire for adventure that will not be denied. Known as the Windborn, these wood elves can be vexing to their elders, but have the potential to become great rangers if their adventurous nature is properly harnessed. And so young Windborn are given leave to wander the wide world for a short period of time, no more than 100 years, to see all they can of the wider world before returning to the Athel-Loren and taking up their duties. You had been wandering the old world for little more than a year when you heard the news of Asavar Kul's invasion. A human named Magnus was raising an army to drive back the Horde. It sounded like an epic adventure, the very thing you'd left the Athel-Loren to find. And so you crossed the depths of the Great Brightvault to find the Imperial army. That night, you slipped into the army camp and made your way to Magnus's tent, where you offered your services as a scout. Impressed by your skill, Magnus accepted and made you a part of his growing retinue. Thus began your first great adventure, guiding the growing human army across the Empire and into the frozen lands of the North. The great battle outside the walls of Kislev was more terrible than you could have imagined. You kept close to Magnus during the fight, and joined him in the heroic charge that slew the Chaos Lord and turned the tide of the battle. After the battle was won, and the dead put to rest, you returned with Magnus to the city of Nuln, where a hero's welcome awaited you. But the noise and bustle of the human city has begun to wear on you, and the urge to wander has taken hold again. As the sun sets over Nuln, you wonder if the time has come to leave the city and seek a new adventure elsewhere.
Alright, this part right here that's coming up, we're going to find out if it's any different or not. Because if not, we can skip all the extra cutscenes that we don't need to watch.
It was an age of lawlessness and despair, a time of dark magic, treachery, and war.
No, it's the same.
It is.
Something's happening in the courtyard. If it's trouble, the...
Alright, so... Also, once you get out of the prologue, which is out of the tutorial, right here will be a chest. This will be the stash box.
Ash and Oak! The enemy is here! I must get to the throne room and protect Magnus!
Oh, sheesh. Sheesh. That's some really fast-ass attack speed for just starting out. Alright, that's just a potion thing. There you go. Alright. We're gonna go into our menu by touching the touchpad. We're gonna get all this out of the way so that way we don't gotta worry about that. There we go.
Thanks, Sigma, you're here.
I'll deal with them. You have my oath on it.
Upstairs in the throne.
Alright, so it's all pretty much the same. Even when you talk to, like, this guy here, it's going to be essentially the same. They are worded a little bit different from the sound of it. Okay, where's my... There it is. Yeah, there you go. Give me a damn ability.
I don't have the energy.
Well, she is kind of crazy. That attack speed's nuts. I've also got another game I'm going to be doing. I started a while back. It's called Greedfall. I started on it a while back. I got part 1, maybe even part 2.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magics.
And then I kind of quit because other games hit priority. But yeah, this hunter's attack speed's fucking crazy, man. I don't know, she might be the character I work with. I don't know, I really like the machinist. I also really like Braggy, the Slayer. He is a monster. He hits so hard, like... now, I probably won't get as lucky with Braggy as I did my first playthrough.
I saw you.
What is your...
But my first playthrough with Braggy that I ever did, and this was last year, that I had him hitting for like 50,000 or better at like level 30 or 40 something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. It was some crazy damage. I was damn near one-shotting everything as I was going through the story. And Braggy, I think, is our next one. Yes, Braggy is our next one. He's a Slayer. This motherfucker right here is a nut.
As a young dwarf in the great city of Karaz-Karak, you were taught the legends of your ancestors. Ever since, you have longed for the day when you could win fame and glory of your own and restore the luster of your much-diminished clan. When High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer called for warriors to aid Kislev during the Great Chaos Invasion, you were one of the first to pledge your service. Along with your father and your younger brothers, you left Karaz-Karak behind, marching eagerly to war. It wasn't long before you were in the thick of the fight, trapped inside the city of Kislev. You and your kin fought fiercely against the Chaos Horde. When Kul's first assault breached the city gates, it was the dwarfs who led the counterattack that drove the enemy back and saved the day. Your fearlessness in battle earned you the name Axebiter, and the Kislevites hailed you as a hero. But the more you tasted of glory, the more you began to crave it. When Magnus's army arrived outside the city, your thirst for immortal fame ended in tragedy. Leading a force of 300 dwarfs, you tried to fight your way out of the city to join the Imperials and fight Kul's army together. It was a deed worthy of legend, but not even Grimnir himself could have fought his way through so vast a horde. Your reckless charge was driven back at a bitter cost. Half of the valiant dwarfs that had followed you were slain, including your father and all of your brothers. Racked with guilt over the deaths of your kin, you swore powerful oaths of vengeance against the dark powers. And so you chose the path of the Slayer, seeking redemption through a glorious death in battle. When the final battle outside the city walls began, you went forth alone to find Asvar Kul and challenge him to single combat. You carved a bloody path through the enemy, reaching the Chaos Lord in time to see him fall to Magnus and his knights. After the battle, you accepted an invitation from Magnus to join his retinue and return with him to Nuln. As far as you were concerned, the new Emperor owed you a glorious death. And with many of Asavar-Kul's champions still alive, you could be sure Magnus would not lack for foes.
Alright.
It was an age of lawlessness and despair.
Let's
What's
skip
all
that
that
part.
noise?
Skip that part, go into our inventory, skip that. And I'm wanting to pick up the Warhammer Inquisitor that I told you about the other day. It's a really good one as well.
Thanks, Sigmar, you're here.
As I said, he runs around with 2 different axes, meaning he actually gets 2 different weapons here for his axes. They're the same thing, but you know, you have 2 different things that do 2 different style of attacks. It's pretty nifty with him. And like I said through the loading scene earlier, the more damage Bragi takes, the more damage he does. Now, the main reason we want to get all the characters out of the tutorial is so we don't have to deal with the pop-ups.
As you reach the throne room, the air...
Because once you actually decide to get into the game, that's when you decide one character at a time which one to start with. And where there are trophies for each character, beating the game with each character, hitting max level with each character. There's
dark and just tell me the attack.
A lot of different stuff. One thing I can say is, unlike Diablo 3, Diablo 3's got a lot of fucking content. This game's got a lot of content, and it's completely different than the way Diablo 3 is set up. You won't find that out until after you've beaten the story with at least one of the characters. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do the Mage. We got 2 more characters to do here, so 3 characters. Doing 3 characters because we wanted to watch all the cutscenes with the first one up to the point to where I was going to take the other characters. Now's the time that we decide if we want to continue to watch their backstory, if we want to skip it. Speed up time, we can skip it, or we can watch their backstory and, you know, take a couple of minutes away.
The High Elves of Ulthuan are masters of the winds of magic, and none are more renowned than the High Princes of Safri. You were born to a life of great power and privilege, destined one day to take your place among the Archmages at the Tower of Hoeth. The arts of magic came easily to you, but as your skill grew, so did your arrogance. A rivalry with another student at the tower spun out of control, culminating in a magical duel that left your rival dead and one of your teachers crippled. As punishment for your recklessness and disobedience, you were banished from Ulthuan until you had atoned for your crimes. Cast out with nothing but a few magical tomes and the clothes on your back, you journeyed to the old world in search of adventure. At first, the news of the Chaos invasion meant little to you. Your people had been fighting the Dark Gods and their armies for thousands of years. But then you learned that Teclis, Hoth's greatest living archmage, had come to the old world to offer his support to Magnus and the Empire. Believing your moment of redemption was at hand, you rushed north to join the Imperial army. Magnus accepted your offer at once, glad for another mage to battle cool sorcerers. As the day of battle dawned, you were determined to prove your worth or die in the attempt. While Teclis shielded Magnus from the enemy's spells, you fought cool sorcerers and demons with all the skill at your command. By the time the battle was over, you were a hero. Magnus offered you a place in his retinue, a position of tremendous power and influence. Such trifles meant nothing to you. All that mattered was the opinion of Teclis, who could end your bitter exile with just a few words. And so you have chosen to travel to Nuln with the Imperial army, determined to win the favor of the High Lawmaster at any cost. If that meant protecting Magnus from his enemies and rebuilding the ravaged human empire, then that is what you will do.
All right. Oh, my little fur baby's awake.
It was an age of lawlessness and despair.
There is sorcery in the air.
Alright, let's go ahead and get that out of the way and that.
Ungos!
Yeah, all these damn characters, man, their basic attacks are pretty damn fast. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we need to activate the potion, come over here, talk to this guy, grab the chest. Alright. Open up the damn menu.
My spells need more power.
Alright, his is pretty cool because this little circle ability, you get to control it. You get to control it. It's kind of cool though.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magic.
Now, got one last little character to do. I don't know. All their backstories seem to be very similar. Conrad's might be a little different though. It's hard telling because he might be one of the ones in the front line. But it is definitely a good game. A lot of dark lore behind it too. So if you're a big fan of the lore of a game, This game right here is got some really dark lore on it, and most of the dungeons are really dark as well. Alright, last character, and then we're gonna do the first mission with whatever character we feel like playing.
There was a time when an emperor ruled in Nuln, and the empire was at peace. But that was long before you were born. Soldiering is the only life you've ever known. Your father was a swordsman in service to the Elector Count of Reichland. By the time you were 15, he was dead, and his sword and armor passed to you. You've lost count of the number of battles you've fought. Some were victories, others defeats. Most were fought over the same barren hills and empty villages, year after year. You rose through the ranks, replacing men who'd fallen along the way. Then came the news of the Chaos Invasion. Panicked Reichlanders spoke of the end of the world, and you feared they were right. With the Empire divided, who could stand against Kuhl and his horde? But then a nobleman from the old imperial capital of Nuln stepped into the breach. His name was Magnus, and he called upon the warring Elector Counts to stand as one and drive back the Chaos Horde. You expected no one to listen, but this time was different. Magnus's message spread like wildfire across the Empire. Within weeks, you and your company were on the march, joining the growing army as it headed north. Not even a lifetime of battles could prepare you for the nightmare that waited at Kislev. Just when all seemed lost, Magnus and his knights launched a desperate charge against the Chaos Warlord and his bodyguards. Surrounded, you and your men held back the horde until Asavar Kuhl had fallen. It was the company's greatest victory, and its last. By the time the battle was over, you were the only one left. Once the dead were buried, you accepted Magnus's invitation to join his retinue and return with him to Nuln. After the horrors you witnessed at Kislev, defending the Empire from its foes is the only battle worth fighting anymore.
Alright, so here's the thing. I'm the type of person, I don't like starting with the best character. I don't know which one of them is the best character. All I know is they all are really good in their own form. But
it was an age of lawlessness and despair. A time of dark magic, treachery.
This shit off my screen.
Sounds like...
But like I said, I'm not sure which one's the best. But in my opinion, the Machinist is the most fun out of the ones without having a DLC lock. There is 6 characters that, like I said, the 6th one is behind a DLC. I can't access it, so...
Chaos forces are storming the tower!
Alright. Now Conrad, he's got a lot of AoE damage behind him. That's one thing I do know.
Thanks, Sigma, you're...
Alright, grab this up. God damn it. There you go. Oh, hush. Oh, hush. There you go. Now, like I said, he's got a lot of AoE damage. His first ability is AoE. It hits every enemy in front of him, as long as he can see it. Like, most of his abilities revolve around what's in front of him. I do think Conrad could be very powerful character. I didn't play him very high level. I think the highest level I got him to was like level 13. He was a little slow at the time because, you know, once you hit level 13, there's a little level gap there to where you need to build up armor with him, and being able to kill a shit ton of monsters is where you're gonna get your armor and whatnot on here. I do think he has very high capabilities. He's just a little slow on the progression part.
There are dark and...
So I think I'm gonna start with Conrad on this one, and then I might decide to do one of the other characters on the next time I stream. So, so we gotta enter the sewers. All of your main quests are right here in town, and you're gonna see a little arrow on the mini-map. It's gonna lead you where you need to go. On top of that, you're gonna see a golden door blinking. That's where your story quest is. So we're going to do the first mission with Conrad. We've got all 5 characters out of the tutorial now. And you'll see what I mean by dark dungeons. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of different barrels. You're going to see a barrel like this one here, and then there's the one with the gold imprints on it. Those have even more gold than normal in them. Those are, if you're looking for money, those are a good way to build up money. As you can see, the ones with the gold here, they have a lot more money in them than a normal barrel. Early in the game, probably not worthwhile, but it's a good thing to know for later in the game when you actually need this. Apparently he slows enemies too, so...
Let's catch my breath first.
Get back here. And the visuals of this game, I love the... Okay, don't get me wrong, I love me some Diablo, but the visuals of this game are way better than Diablo's visuals, in my opinion. And here's a chest. It's got, they carry armor as usual, weapons and shit. Can't argue with Conrad though. He's going to be kind of a tanky character and damage dealing character all in one. So he's going to be able to take more hits than most of the other characters.
I'll fight until my last breath.
Or should be able to at least. You fuckers, get back here. Get back here. Thank you. Me personally, out of the characters that I played, I like the Hunter. I love the Hunter's play style on here. So Alicia, but she's not my favorite. She is not my favorite. I do like Conrad. He's not bad. He's a little on the slower side but that's only because his damage is a little lackluster compared to the other ones that I'm gonna go over. But where he excels in AoE damage versus most of the other ones, in the beginning at least, I do like his kit. He's got a decent little kit. Now, as far as the next three characters, worst to best, in my opinion, with what from my experience. Now, I didn't play all characters to level 50. I only played Bragi to level 50. Bragi is the Slayer. We'll get to him here in a minute. Worst to best, I think the Mage is the worst when it comes to the top three, in my opinion. Actually, I wouldn't even place the Mage in the top three. I would put the Hunter in the top three. I would put the Mage in about fourth. He hits really fucking hard, but mages are squishy. I like a little survivability behind my characters. That's where the Hunter comes into play. She's got a little more survivability than the Mage on here. Now, as far as the top two, okay, I haven't really taken, the Machinist to her full extent, to the max level. My favorite, just because of how much damage he can do, is Bragi. Bragi the Slayer. He's a monster. Like, he just tears through shit like it's nothing. Even at level 50, like, he just dominates everything. But I'm sure once all characters are level 50, I'm pretty sure that they all dominate the same way, just a little different. Now, I don't know if the Hunter has AoE abilities or not, but I do know that because of how fast her attack speed is over everybody else's, that's going to put her in a little bit more of an advantage. Mages are always very powerful. It's just, I don't mind Mage. I don't mind the Mage wizard style play. I just don't think their skills are as flashy as what they should be on some games. Because it's a mage. I mean, you know, mages' skills are supposed to be superior in looking badass and doing a shit ton of damage, all in one spot. Where I can say that Bragi's abilities are not flashy, but they hit fucking hard, which makes him really fun. And the same goes for the Machinist. Like, the Machinist got some really wild abilities. Alright, now let's see here. Here we go. Put that there. Oh, we got a necklace. Okay, this has got health regeneration, then we got cooldown and critical damage. I want to build him damage-wise early in the game. I don't want to build him too tanky, because if I build him too tanky, he's not going to do enough damage. Now, let's see, we got maximum energy. That's going to be about the same shit there. Armor and maximum health. We're going to get a little... Okay, there's fine. Yeah, the Witch Hunter character is not... I do like the look of it. I can't play the Witch Hunter character because I don't have that DLC. But yeah, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's something that'll keep you entertained for quite a while, because I think it takes... I think Bragi, my first time playing through with Bragi, I think it took me almost a week. I don't remember the exact number, because like the story is really long. I think it took me about 4 or 5 days, almost a week, to run through the story with the first character. Now, where Conrad, I feel, is a little slower than all the other characters, I feel that it might take a little longer with him. It could take at the same time because he might get really fucking powerful later in the game. So, oh my goodness, you quit running, you bitch. And then another thing is like I said, you know, earlier, I don't know if you caught it or not, and I'll show it to you here in just a minute so you kind of understand. I'll go over the skills and how they work, because unlike Diablo, you don't got runes on here. You actually got an upgrade system and whatnot, and I'll go over that here in a momento. That way everybody, you know, can understand it, because where it's in part 1, and I haven't played it in a while, but what I do know is what I can explain, and I never really completed all the characters. But when you come into your skills here, you're gonna see this skill shit. As you level up, you'll unlock the tier 1 of the skills. For the most part, you do get god skills. You got four or five loadouts as well, where you can run different loadouts for your skill setups. But down here in the bottom of my character, you're going to see the attack and defense. Underneath of it says points available. Those points available get used up based on how many points your skills use up. So if your skill has a 5 next to it, it's going to use 5 of those 23 points. And as you level up, it's gonna go up a little bit. I think 41 is max. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I believe it's 41. No, it would be more than that, because they go by 5. They go by 5 for your main, and they go by 4s for your attack. It might be like 52. I think that's about right. About 52 maybe. So you take, because you don't get them every time you level up, but you do get a bunch of them. So I got, what, 1 level in that dungeon, I got 2 points, because I started out at 21. So you take 2 points and you add it up until you're level 50. Add that many points until you're level 50. You would come up with 100, but I don't think you actually have that many points, because you have god skills and all kinds of other shit. Like, you got passives over here. Then we got 4, 4, 4, 8, 12. Fucking hell, you might end up with way more than 52. I don't remember the exact number. It's been a long time. We're just going to use 52 as an example. But yeah, that's how you do that. Okay, so when you leveling up and whatnot, you'll get more points to put in. What the fuck? Get out of my way, dumbass. You'll get more points to put in, and as you level up, you'll unlock the ability to upgrade those skills and put the upgraded version in and use up even more points. It's just, and each person's skill set
The tunnels surrounding the tower have been
is
cleared,
completely different.
but there are signs that there are
So the skills that you're going to use is going to be dependent on you while you're leveling, and if you decide you want to keep using those skills the same way at level what is it, level 50 max? I believe it's level 50 max without any DLCs. I don't know if there is a level increase off of DLCs or not. Now we're gonna, yeah. part of the message there, because you...
There is grim news from...
Alright, now, I do know that one of my viewers that's in here, the villain, he just picked up the game, so I'm gonna kinda skip some of the talking. I don't want to ruin too much of it for him. But we're gonna do one more mission, and then... Wait, what the hell? Yeah, we're gonna do one more mission. And then, part 2, I'm gonna debate if I want to keep playing Conrad, or if I want to play my machinist, because I love the machinist and I love the Slayer. They feel like they're my kind of character. And I can tell that they added some new stuff, because I don't remember this being okay, yeah, they tweaked the game a lot since the last time I played, because this mission wasn't here, it was up at the top. It was just by the teleport pillar. That's kind of neat. They added to the city. Made it where you had a little more room to run around, whatnot. Because the last time I played was like 3 days after they brought the machinist out. That was the last time I played. So about a year ago, maybe a little less. It was probably early this year. Oh shit, this mission. Boy, this mission, they be dropping them big sumbitches out. I think it's this mission they start bringing them big fuckers out that like to throw poison gas at you. Got it away. Kill everything. But yeah, that life drain shit, or life steal is what I'm gonna call it, because that's what it is. It's essentially healing yourself every time you do damage. Life steal actually works from experience. Now I don't know how well it would work on all characters, but works extremely well on Bragi. Bragi is a monster with lifesteal.
Not enough energy.
Why do they always gotta run? So,
I'll fight until my last breath.
Me personally, I think Conrad is a viable solo play character. It looks like he's got a lot of slow behind his kit. Some kind of, you know, thing to help him out. And having that extra slow does help. Because as you can see, these fuckers do not fucking stop running.
I'll fight until my last breath.
I never got that with Bragi, no. No, I never had that issue when I played. But like I said, it's been a while since I played. Like, last time I played was like a couple days after the Machinist came out, so it was still a brand new game. But, I mean, you know, I've dealt with worse. I mean, fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla for one. That game pissed me off so damn bad. And then I gotta play through it again just to get the good ending. Not even including all the secret endings that there could be. But before I even go back and attempt that, I'm gonna wait until they update that shit. That shit is way too buggy. Come on. This way, fellas.
You'll not take me alive.
They don't quit fucking running from me, damn. Fucker. Get back here, you almost dead sumbitch. Fuck it. Ah. That worked. He just ran right through the blade. Works for me. I don't have to go chasing little faggot down. Come on. There you go.
Let's catch my breath first.
Archer, die. Good little bitch. Alright. Now we're actually about to get into the dungeon. We're just on the outside of town. Alright, let's see here. We got new armor pieces. We're going to throw that on because that gives... who knows what it gave. I wasn't even paying attention. That gives 96... So plus 42 to armor. Plus 1.4%. So a whole cooldown reduction and maximum health. And then we're gonna go over here, look at the necklaces. This one here would cost reduction's not bad. We got health regeneration. This one here's got a better defensive pull, but I'm not looking for extra defense off of the necklace right now. Alright, we got health drain and loot quality. Hell yeah. This is going to give us plus 26, so another 18 to damage. We're going to get 37 to damage over time. Block chance 0.9%. And blocked damage, we're going to get another 11 to that. Nice. Alright, got two pieces here. Plus 23 to armor on this one. Plus 32 to maximum health, and speed bonus plus 6%. And I forget what speed does on here. 5.7 speed or 6 point... I'm gonna go with these ones. Get the extra speed going on there. I think speed increases cooldown and attack speed as well. If I remember correctly. And I'd have to go look through the stats to find it, and I don't feel like doing that. Not right now. There you go, got the first passive. For each nearby enemy, damage dealt is increased and damage taken is reduced. Damage dealt plus 2%, damage taken negative 2%, and a stacking limit of 10. So I add up to 10 enemies. Not bad. Alright. Get those little stars because they, you know, the OCD shit. Alright. You know, anime is not my... Okay, I grew up on anime, not gonna lie, like Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z, shit like that. I grew up on that kind of shit. Do not get me wrong, I love anime, but I'm not a TV person, so I don't watch TV every time you turn around. So... I mean, you know, it's every person's their own, you know. I do have the Sword Art, what is it, Sword Art Online, freaking, the third-person shooter one, I don't freaking remember the name of it, Fatal Bullet, there you go. I've got about like fucking 400 games, so... Yeah, I'm not really a TV person anymore, so I do love anime, but, you know, I have to find the right one. Like, I don't like all anime. I don't like all anime, but like Sword Art Online, Soul Eater, Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z, I do not like the shit that, like, anything after the Boo Saga, I do not like. That's just me. Like, I don't even like the new shit. I don't like GT or Super, any of that crap. I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to my TV shows. Alright, this is going to give us cost reduction. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. What do we got with this? So the only thing red on this one... Wait. That one there... Okay. So it's going to reduce our block chance by 0.6%, but it's going to raise everything else. And it's going to give us another perk of critical chance. Hell yeah. That right there, okay, I appreciate the luck with that one. Having critical chance this early in the game is like a prayer come true, man. Like, you don't get critical chance shit early in the game very often. Get your ass back here. There we go. Level 6. Let's go. Come on, you little mice. Now, I'm usually not the type person to sit, but I do want... I'm usually not the type person to sit there and go through my gear every time you turn around. But because of how early the game is, and I know the next dungeon... I think it's the next dungeon. It's when they start dropping these big giant spider-like fucking blobs on the fucking ground, and they have like a heap of enemies around them. They're a pain in the ass. And I think they start here. I think you get one of them here, but yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Ooh, counterattack damage. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, we got a maximum health and armor. Hell, I don't think so. Alright, we're gonna leave that as is. We're gonna go up. Oh, wait, hold on. Got a little rat. There you go. no, I do not like. I think that the person that started the Battle Royale trilogy shit needs to be shot because it ruined all the free games to ever come to the PlayStation 4. Because the last good one... Hell, I can't even remember the last time they brought a good game to the fucking PlayStation 4 for free. Like, I've tried Apex Legends, I've tried Fortnite, and I do not like those games. I can barely manage to play the Battle Royale that Call of Duty has, and the only time I play it is if I'm with a group of my friends. And even then, I only play like maybe 1 or 2 matches and I'm done because I ain't no good at that shit. Besides the fact, I don't like the Battle Royale. Hell no. Like, you put an RPG in my face, I will play it. It don't matter what kind of role-playing game it is. Final Fantasy, hell, it can be a stick man fighting a blob. I could care less. It's an RPG, put it in my face, I'll play it. But Battle Royale, nope, I'm walking away. Y'all can deal with that with somebody else. I ain't touching it. Ain't no way in hell I would touch another Battle Royale except for the Call of Duty one. And that's only if, you know, my friends aren't in a full fucking group, because I will only play with them. And the reason that is because my friends that I play the Battle Royale on Call of Duty with are pretty much family. These guys here.
I'm too tired. Damned cultist. Take it easy.
Alright, hey, they get me worked up too, man. I can't fucking stand them. There was one that was okay. You know, it didn't have the whole building system or whatever. I don't remember the fucking name of it though. I didn't mind it, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I played it for a couple of days, not gonna lie. But the new game that's on the PlayStation 4, Vigor, man, I'm kind of let down on that one because, you know, it, to me, from the description, okay, it says nothing about PvP. Nothing about PvP at all. It just says fight, build your camp, blah, blah, blah. Loot and shoot. And it's classified a looter shooter. I get on that son bitch, I get out the tutorial, oh cool, I get to build up my fucking little barn or whatever. I'm sitting here like, how you get into the fucking missions? Okay, I start hitting buttons, I'm like, okay, what's this shit? And I'm like, once I got in there and I died, I was like, okay, this is another Battle Royale. Get me the fuck off this shit. Man, they are so misleading with that fucking dookie dory garbage doo-doo. Yeah, fucking Vigor is trash. The only good... Okay, don't get me wrong, okay guys? There are a few good free-to-play games. Terra, Skyforge, Neverwinter, DC Universe. You get me on something like that, I'll play the hell out of it and I'll fucking dominate it. But you put me on a fucking battle royale, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw that sumbitch at somebody. I'm getting tired of the fact that for the past 2 years, every free game they have brought out has either been completely fucking garbage or has been a fucking battle royale. Like, really, you choose to prioritize one genre of a game for fucking 2 years. Like y'all could have fucking done so much better with free to fucking play games. What do we got? There was this new one that just came out. Looked like it was like an Activision game almost, where you was in like this digitized little fucking town, fucking bullshit. I'm like, get out of here! I'm not touching it. I downloaded it to look at it, and then I was like, no. Then there was one that stated it was an RPG. It was listed in the RPG genre. Turns out it's a battle royale. I'm like, you fucking worthless piece of shit creators. Get this shit off the PlayStation and leave it on the fucking PC. That shit don't need to be on PlayStation. PlayStation wasn't meant for battle royales. It takes a simple-minded person to fucking put a goddamn battle royale non-stop on the PlayStation. Plain and simple. Alright, this guy right here, he's donations. You level him up, he gives you shit. Free loot, yeah, that works. Got anything good up in this sumbitch? Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and donate to this guy. We're gonna do a quick. We're gonna trade for right now because of what's in our inventory. We're gonna trade common and uncommon. We're just gonna give him all that shit because it's gonna level him up. We unlocked a new appearances. Wait, what? New appearances from where? You gotta be fucking on crack or something. I didn't know this game had appearances other than fucking armors. Must be some new shit. Must be some new shit. Yeah, nothing worth my time. Nothing worth my time. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, keeping me company and talking, because for like the past 6 months, I'll be streaming, fucking nobody there. You know, villain pops up, he starts talking, I'm like, hell yeah, I got company! Fucking A! Fucking hell. My normal, my moderators and my normal viewers, they're nowhere to be seen. I'm like, you some bitches. That's what that shit is for, huh? Okay.
There is no time to waste.
But yeah, me personally, out of the characters that I'm able to play, And I do want to try the one that's locked behind a DLC. I just can't play it right now because I don't have access to that DLC right now. Alright, so sorry guys. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the main menu. Give me just a minute. But I don't have access to the 6th character. But out of the ones that I play, if I was to pick a top 3, I kind of explained this earlier. Number 1, and we're gonna go strongest to weakest this time. Number 1, the Slayer. Number 2, the Machinist. Number 3, the Hunter bitch. The Druid, Elf, whatever. Elisa. This bitch right here. She would be my 3rd pick for strongest if you're going after single target damage. I do not know if she has AoE damage and how well her AoE damage is. If you was going to go AoE damage base, I'd have to swap her out for the Mage. So, Elentier. That's just me. Bragi will always be number 1 in damage wise, just because I seen the damage that he can do from experience, level 50, doing like 200, fresh level 50, still in like level 48, 47 gear and shit, doing like 250,000 damage is a little nuts. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. I don't remember what kind of damage, but the Eternal Queen says someone. Well, I mean, okay. Armors give you stats, yes, but the stats in an armor has nothing to do with the character's ability kit. Hi, babe. Now, what I mean by that, okay? Let's load up. Let's load Fallen back up real quick. Okay, each character has an ability kit, and what I mean by an ability kit is all the abilities you can earn through level ups. Those got nothing to do with the skills and shit you get from armors, or armors have nothing to do with those. Those perks and passives that you get in armors buff your abilities. They don't actually have an ability. So an armor set is not actually AoE set unless it does have like an aura around you that's doing damage over time. That's a whole other story. But this right here, everything that you put into this is your ability kit. Me personally, Bragi is the best. If you're looking for high damage output, quick clears, jump from one enemy to the next and fucking just annihilate everything, I'm gonna have to say, it's gonna be Bragi. Cause Bragi is a fucking nuisance for one. He hits really fucking hard, and the lower his health pool is from fighting, the more damage he does. He is an outstanding character. Yeah, see, that's kinda gonna help out with the AoE, but you have to be level 50 to get that, and then you have to be lucky. You have to do a shit ton of farming. So I'm gonna not include that into the ability kit, okay? Because you have to farm for the armor set, which could take you a couple days or a couple of years, depending on, you know, how rare it is. But when it comes to a flat ability set, okay, you're looking at passives and all the skills a character can use. Everything you unlock through level up. That's an ability kit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going based off of ability kit alone, not even including an armor set. Bragi is going to do the most damage out of the first 5 characters. I don't know what the 6th character is capable of. And I don't know when I will have access to that. But, yeah. Alright, where are we going? We gotta save prisoners. Why do we gotta save more freaking prisoners? Always saving prisoners. First act. Terrible. That's alright. That's alright. They give us a whole heap of shit to kill.
I'm not afraid of it.
And, Broggy, out of experience between, even the machinist does do a lot of AoE damage, does do a heap of damage, even at low levels. Like, I only got, my highest level I ever got her to was, I think like 30, something like that. She does an absurd amount of damage for having a lot of AoE skills and AoE basic attacks. But her clear time versus Broggy's wasn't as fast. Which would throw me at the point of saying Broggy's gonna be probably the strong. Who knows? You know how these people that make these damn games are. They always want, you know, they want the one-man army to go out and do everything for them while they sit back on their high on their high ass and fucking do nothing. Oh my goodness! Get back here, motherfucker! But yeah, they always want the extra. They always want that extra 9 mile yard. And honestly, you know, this game is really good. I love Diablo, and I love games that play out like Diablo. I miss the fact that I'm not able to play Dragon Age, what the heck, not Dragon Age, fucking Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr, because that game is amazing. It's essentially just like this, but with guns. Love that game. Pretty much. Something done right, have to do it yourself. Sounds about right. I ain't gonna fucking waste no damn time chasing that sumbitch down. I'm just gonna shield bash his ass. Okay, there ain't shit right here, really, is there? Oh, now they all want to come out of the woodworks. Alright, but yeah, this dungeon right here, definitely the last one. This is the third one, so looks like I might end up taking this one here to 50 right off the bat. It'd be the first one I play through all the way through with, and then I'll go from there. Because I do have to get all the first 4 characters at least to level 50. Babe, if you're still there, we need to get damn PlayStation Now so I can play Warhammer Inquisitor. Oh yeah? What time is it where you're at? Nah, you fucker. I hate these motherfuckers. They keep fucking running from me, man. Like, quit being chicken shits. Come up and face me. All that extra work for no reason. Oh shit, it's on. Where are you at? Like Australia or something? I think it's like 8, maybe 9 here where I'm at. In the morning. Oh shit, I ain't even been paying attention to the fact I've got other abilities opened up. Ha!
You'll not take me alive.
Oh hell. Alright, we're just gonna kind of bring these guys with me to the next area if I can get them to come. We're just gonna, you know, smash up. Oh, there you go. Shield charge, bitch!
Must catch my breath first. You'll not take me alive.
There you go. Yeah, I just kind of figure, you know, I play a game on PC called IMVU, so I've got friends all across the world on fucking console, PC, fucking wherever it is. So I kind of starting to understand the time zone differences here and there. I do know, like, there's some places that are like a day ahead of where I'm at, so. But yeah, let me. 7:12 in the morning where I'm at. Yeah, they definitely changed the game up a lot since the last time I played. Like, some of these dungeons, they look a little different. Not a whole lot, but a little.
Must catch my breath first.
Oh, there's one of them big vile bastards. Damn. That's the only thing I don't like about the shield, the shield bash you get for square button, is that you have to actually aim that shit properly because he'll go right through any enemy. That's the only problem with this guy. That's a lot of his abilities they're misplaced. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I play a lot of different games, so you might find me playing something that you're interested in looking at, and you might get an actual viewpoint of it.
Not enough energy.
I won't forget this, friend. Thank you. You saved my...
You saved my life.
my breath first.
God. This vile bastard, he's always on that damn bullshit. What is this? Oh, this is another type of basic attack. It's slower but hits harder. And I think it has penetration
This is not my final hour.
on it as well.
More seconds.
Oh, we got some damage going on right there. Yeah, we'll use the R2 to kill his ass off. Damn. That would suck. Not gonna lie. Having to save a bunch of prisoners and one of them fucking dies.
I'll fight until my last breath.
Come back here. And like, okay, so that one there's doing 219. Get back here. 206. It only does a little, very little more, like at most 30 points more damage than my basic attack, and it's another basic attack style. And where it's a slower attack, it's gonna be out deep. Oh shit, that was a critical, wasn't it? Fucking something. I think it'll be out DPS by the basic attack that I already am using. By a long shot. By a damn long shot. Okay, so can I pull up a map? What's the button for the damn map? Fuck it. Alright, what we got? We got some new weapons. Okay, we got this one here. We're gonna throw this on. We might have something better. I haven't gotten around to watching My Hero Academia. My brother keeps telling me about it and everything like that, and it gets annoying. He's like, "You should watch it, bro. You should watch it, bro." I'm like, "Son of a bitch, I don't want to watch it right now." Okay, that's only a negative 12 to fucking base damage. It gives me 20% critical damage. Ooh. That might be good. Cooldown reduction, cost reduction. Let's go with that one. Let's see what we get. Okay, so it'll give me more armor and cooldown reduction, but I want to go with the cost reduction because having abilities that cost and without reducing that cost, it can be a little monotonous running through all my like mana or whatever you want to call it. There's another one. Critical damage. I'll take that. Don't want that. Don't want that one either. Let's see, what do we got? We got critical hit chance plus 1.6%. Or counterattack What is this? Cost reduction. Ooh. Versus health regeneration. It's only 0.2 health regeneration. Not even worth it. So we'll go with the yeah, cost reduction. There you go. He's a bit weird. Let's go with this one. I want to apply more critical damage, but I've already got like 30% to critical damage, so we're good with that. Let's tackle some more critical chance. Health drain. Oh wait, hold on. That's gonna give me that loot quality. I don't want to get rid of that just yet. Should I take base damage or critical chance? Ah, fuck it. We'll go with critical chance. Okay, I don't remember which way is which here. Okay, there's a chest right up here. All them 220s, man. That's... Is that criticals? I don't know. I know there's white numbers, there's yellow numbers, and red numbers. I don't know which one's which. I think those are criticals, though. Is that 100% crit? That can't be 100% crit already.
Too late for this one.
Okay, what did I just get? I got something blue. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's gonna give us a... Yeah, we'll take this one because it's gonna give us a little bit better stats, and with a little bit of health regeneration, that's gonna help. Because if I remember right, this big sumbitch is over here. No. What? Okay. Whatever. I'm almost certain that that's critical every time. I'm seeing a lot of crit there. Because I'm pretty sure yellow numbers is crit, while red numbers is like weak point exploit or some shit. Okay, would you fucking quit running, you fucking faggot ass zombie thing? Damn. I'm just trying to figure out why I don't really play too many gacha games either. The last one I played, Genshin Impact, and I quit playing that shit. I got bored of that. I didn't like the mechanics to it. Like it was supposed to, like it's an RPG, don't get me wrong, but like I just didn't like the mechanics to it very well. I was gonna stream it when it first came out, and I got to playing it, and I was like, man, the mechanics are terrible. I don't like this shit. But yeah, I've got quite a few games that I've got lined up to add to my stream. Whether I play them continuously or do them in parts and play other games throughout the week as well is completely on how I feel. Restarting this game, that's what part 1 is about, because I restarted because I lost my save data from last year. So I've got quite a few other games. I've got Call of Duty. I play multiplayer only, campaign here and there. I do play the zombies from time to time, but on a 95% chance, if I'm streaming it, I'm streaming multiplayer. 95% chance you're gonna catch me streaming that shit in multiplayer. And then I've got a whole list and a whole heap of other games. All the Uncharted's. I've got all that crap. The hell, I don't even know what the hell all I've got. I couldn't even name everything off right now. There is a couple of games that I want to stream. Just to let you know, okay, so it's like, okay, so you said it was like 12:30, so it's 7:26, so we've got about a 7-hour difference. I usually stream at nighttime, so I'm usually up from like, say, 6 p.m. my time, which would be about 7-hour difference. It'd be about 11 a.m. your time. And I might stream earlier-ish, so like between 6 and 8, or I might stream like at 2 a.m. Who knows? But yeah, sometimes I try to put multiple streams out a day so that gives people content to watch. While other times, it depends on the type of game and what game it is, I might just put one big stream out, and, you know, I usually stream for a couple of weeks straight, because a lot of people don't have the time to sit there and watch every stream at every time the stream pops up. And then I usually give, you know, about after about a week or two, I'll give a couple days break of it, so that way people can catch up on some of the stuff that I put out. Other than that, I am done with this game for now. Starting to get, you know, early in the morning, 7 a.m. Starting to get tired. So other than that, I appreciate you, you know, coming hanging out. I know Villain pops in from time to time, but when I had first gotten my new PS4, I wasn't able to. I was trying to talk, but the voice wasn't going through because, you know, that bullshit. Have to reapply every damn setting you ever had on the system beforehand to the new one. So, but other than that, I'm gonna be getting out of here in just a momento, guys, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop that like for me, and until next time, guys, don't forget to have fun. I will see you guys later. Bye!